Hello, this is Zig777 and welcome to episode 16 of Arcane Revolution. I think it's about time we get into the actual Industrial Revolution part of the Arcane Revolution. So the main thing today is I want to start on Immersive Engineering. Specifically, I would like to get some power generation going. I've got a couple things outside here for, I've got like my power lines going around, but I don't have any power going through it. So we need to figure out what to do about that. And I want to start off by looking at something I found 2 episodes ago. This is the Spectre Coil number 196. It apparently generates 128 RF per tick, which is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know if it takes power or anything, though, like if I need to supply it with, say, Spectre ingots, since this is random things. I don't know. So, in order to test that, let's make ourselves a battery. LV capacitor from Immersive Engineering is a way of storing power. So let's go ahead. There we go. Now I hope that it's actually good. Okay, so you can read, it says 0 of 100,000 RF. If I place you on top, that's it. And it is harvestable again, so I can just pick you up. Cool, so baseline of 128, done, solved, cool. Interesting. Now I have to wonder if this thing is going to eventually just like disappear on me, because I noticed that the Spectre Coil number seems to be kind of traveling all over the map. It's kind of interesting. Number 40. So that's a thing that we're going to need to definitely look at and make sure that that doesn't happen. It's only cycling around 1,000 numbers there, which means that it's probably able to disappear not too soon, if that's a thing. I don't know. So we'll take a look at that. In the meantime, that did fully charge that battery, so let's break you just in case. Cool. So over here in the industrial district is my as yet unbuilt, well, somewhat unbuilt, industrial power station. So my plan, original plan, was I have a couple boilers here, boiler 2, and a distiller. So that's to get steam, and then this thing here, which is a turbine, which is kind of cool. I think it'll be really awesome when it's up and running. The problem is, I am nowhere near having the resources to build any of that. Yeah, I don't even know what that takes. It takes like engineering blocks, and that takes things that I don't know, iron mechanical component, I don't know. There's lots of stuff in here. So we're gonna have to look into this and figure out what it'll take. And really, before we get into actually building that whole steam turbine and all that, we need to figure out what are we actually gonna use this for. So this being mostly magic, but a little bit of technology, a lot of my needs can be met by just using magical automation, as well as some vanilla stuff here and there, and yeah, just go off of that. But there's a couple items in here that I want to take a look at. First off is the powered lantern. Now this, it's not too difficult to make. Some vacuum tubes are probably the most difficult thing in here, which is just glass, nickel, redstone, and some copper wire. So that's just tedious to make at this point, but I can do it. What this does, the powered light, wherever it disappeared to, there we go. This guy will block spawns within a radius. Now I don't remember exactly what the radius is, but we can always look that up. I think it's like 32 blocks or something, so basically 2 by 2 chunk would be that area. I'm not sure if it's the whole chunk or if it's a spherical radius or how that works, but definitely something I want to look at, because then I can actually play around with some lighting. So right now I've just got torch spam everywhere, but if I put one of those on each of these light posts, then basically nothing can spawn here whether it's lit up or not, which I think is going to be pretty awesome. For instance, there's a guy over there spawned just because I forgot lighting. It'd be nice just to be able to block all spawns. I do need to be careful though to not shut down my little spawn room underneath there. The second thing that I want to take a look at is the garden cloche. I never have actually heard how it's pronounced. I've only ever seen it written. This guy here, again, pretty simple, more vacuum tubes, so that's going to be a thing I want to set up. These things are great. They are farming. Complete automated farming, plop the thing in, call it a day. That is definitely going to be what I want to look at as far as my Thaumcraft stuff here goes. We got shimmer petals as well as the blaze ones I need to set up. So that is definitely automation that I want. And that'll of course fit over there in the agriculture district. But we need power to go over there, so that's another thing. So we need to kind of figure out what our baseline power load is going to actually be, at least to start with. So these guys here, the garden cloches, it is iron mechanical component, vacuum tube, glass, which is fairly trivial to get, and treated wood. And I think this, okay, so it can be any color or uncolored. And I think I've got just about all that on me. Let's grab the glass out of here. And I think that's it. You. Okay, so 6 of these should be plenty. And I believe I have power connectors somewhere. Do I have any LV connectors? I don't know that I do. Hemp rope, that is not what I need. So I need some LV wire. Okay, so LV wire coil and LV wire connectors. So the wire coils themselves are copper, easy enough, and the connectors are more copper and some terracotta, which is of course just clay. Alrighty, so I've got copper. Let's turn you into copper wires, which is really, just do all of it at once. Oh, there's one in there apparently. Okay, so I already made a hammer earlier because I figured it'd run out, but whatever, that works. Copper plate plus shears, which I had on me, gets me copper wire. Cool. And then this, let's split that into there and add our sticks, gets us 12 copper wire coils. Okay, so that should be good. Sticks, you can go back in. Glass, I don't need either. Extra vacuum tubes, you can go in. Alright, so let's figure out, let's just do it in here for now. So one can go here. Now these guys, I believe, need water as well. In fact, if we get our handy dandy Tinker's lens from soot, or embers rekindled rather, we can look at the bottom. There we go. Yes? No? Items and fluids. Okay, so this side here doesn't take anything. This side takes items and fluids. Nothing here, so just front and back. Okay. And also that top one here takes items. Okay, so I'm assuming saplings or something go in there, or whatever seed goes in there. Items and fluids come out here, where fluid goes in, yeah. Okay, so our sink. This thing here, I don't know if it will provide or if I have to pump it. I feel like that should be... Okay, so I'm assuming power goes on the side there as well. Okay, so let's just place this guy here. No, one more. You can go here. In my redstone pack, I think I threw it out. It's over here. I have here some fluid extractors from embers. So let's grab one of those, plop you there, and disconnect that. So let's grab our hammer, our Tinker's hammer this time, or Tinker's hammer. Disconnect it from there. Cool. Next up, let's get some pipe. Alrighty, so I've got this hooked up. The extractor goes to the pipe, goes into the garden thingy, fills it up. That works. Cool. Now, in here, I'm assuming the actual item goes, this is probably for putting buckets in manually, and no power. So I did not grab a connector. Let's throw a connector up top here. Okay, you can go there, and we'll just take our battery wherever I put you. Do I not have you on me anymore? Did I throw you in here? Battery, where are you? Oh, you're over, I threw it in storage over here. So let's head over to here and pick up the battery that we left. Okay. Whee! Okay, and we are back. So let's take the battery, pop it up on the ceiling. I think that'll work. And let's set the bottom of this to be an output. And I believe that's an output. We'll find out shortly. Connector. You can go there. And some wire. So you to you. That's not doing anything, so let's toggle this guy again, because that's probably an input actually. There we go. So that is draining power, which means this guy's getting power. Cool. And next up, let's get some seeds. So I'm just going to throw extra stuff in here. And you know what? Let's go for broke. Do you work? Let's find out. It will be awesome if it does. So let's open you up. Take our shimmer petal. Seems to be. And growth modifier is... So something's working. Okay, so let's see if it will take bone meal. probably good enough. Take you, thank you. And that didn't work. Seriously? Still trying to figure out the elytra. So throw some bone meal in here. Anything? No. Okay, well. Fluid, water, density 0, viscosity, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. Okay, so we're going to let this sit for a little bit. Is this actively drawing power? It is not. Do you need a redstone signal? We can do that. Anything? When in doubt, read the book. Okay, so apparently this thing needs dirt. So we'll throw dirt in, and you don't want to take a pedal then. Interesting. So I was hoping it would go there. It's only place it fits is there, and nowhere else seems to want a dirt. So apparently that strangely recognizes as a dirt thing and not as a seed, which is a little troubling. Let's pop you in there. Just for good measure, let's take what's something we'll take wheat. Wheat's pretty basic. It'll at least make sure that it works properly, and I've got it figured out. So don't need the wheat itself. Throw the seed in. Throw 1 wheat down here. So anything happening? Bone meal. Are you drawing power? You're not drawing power. Okay, so it wants this to be off. That would make sense. Okay, so this is working. Growth is working, so that works. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be able to work with the shimmer pedal. I kind of want to see what happens if I put it here, but I might actually lose this, so I don't want to do that. But this works. You need to be up a block. So place you right here, and it'll automatically take it. Cool. So that's how this thing works. Yay, we know how it works now. Let's see where we can use it. Alright, so this guy takes dirt. Let's see if he'll take fertilized dirt. So it seems to take it, so that's good. And if I shift you in, does that go any faster? Does it do anything at all? Seems to not do anything at all. Let's take you and let's till you, because I can't actually directly plant on this anyway. You have to plant on that. See if that did any difference. Nope. Okay, so I won't do fertilized dirt. Let's try the fertile soil from rustic. Nope. Yep, nothing. Okay. So, looks like regular dirt is what we're going to have to use in this. A little disappointing, but oh well. So this thing goes 74. Yeah, see, it's actually moving now. Okay, so that doesn't work. I'm going to assume that agri-carnations are going to be not effective because it's not technically growing. It's just basically like a furnace type thing. So I could apparently use this for cactus. I'm not sure if it's fast or not, though. I mean, obviously I could spam this as many times, but that'd go through quite a lot of power, I think. Yeah, we're already halfway through the capacitor. So I mean, that's a thing. So that's one thing we can use it for. So, per the wiki, this can actually go through most vanilla items: seeds, potatoes, carrots, beetroot. Netherwort can work, pumpkin, melon, sugarcane, cactus. Chorus flower is actually a pretty useful one, because then I don't have to set up any real big automation, because that's kind of a pain to do. Mushrooms, which are pretty trivial anyway. Then a couple things from other different mods, but I don't think I have any of those other mods in here, so... Oh, I'd assume I could do hemp in here. That's probably one I should check. You. That working? Yes, that works. Okay. So that's cool, I guess. A couple of things I was hoping to be able to automate in here, I don't seem to be able to. That would be the tobacco from thalmic bases, just because it's another thing. I can't directly do cinder pearls. I can't do I would assume I can't do Shimmer Leaf because I couldn't do the Shimmer Petal or Cinder Pearls. Those are the things I'd really like to automate. And I would assume... I should actually check this though. Let's take a blueberry. Just one, turn you into actual seeds. Okay, so let's see if the various fruit here can work. I would assume it can, but should check. Yeah, so that's working. 15, 14, 13, okay. So that works. Okay, here's a question. Do I get seeds out of that or just the berries? Not that it matters anyway, but... Okay, so just the berries. Okay. That's still kind of useful because there's a thing called candleberry, which can get me wax, which is a nice building material. So that's going to be a thing that'll be useful. I think, though, what I need is I need a place to build this. Namely, not a place to build this, I need to build a place to store a whole bunch of these guys. I also did a little bit of research on the Spectre Coil. So there's actually quite a few different ones here. So let's get rid of these. Spectre. So there are various ones. This one here, the redstone, the ender, this is just the basic Spectre ingot one. Yeah, so these require Spectre strings, Spectre ingots. Now Spectre ingots you get from ectoplasm, which you get from killing the various little spirits that spawn. The best way to kill those is using a spectral sword, but it's kind of a chicken and egg type thing. You need the spectral ingots before you can get that. There we go, Spectre sword. Otherwise, potions of harming is how you'd kill those. Ars Magica could kill it, but technically wasn't supposed to, but I don't have that in this pack, so whatever. Either way, Spectre coils, these guys hook up to a Spectre energy injector, which stores energy, kind of, it's like a buffer type thing. So I would set this hooked up to my main power supply, and then these would wirelessly transfer power, which is kind of cool. But there's also this guy, and this guy. Genesis Spectre Coil is creative only. The Spectre Coil with a number is only found in end cities. But this guy here generates 128 RF per tick, always. Not hooked up to anything, it's just always 128. So that being said, we'll plop you back on here and let that continue to charge. So basically I've got 128 without even trying, which is kind of cool. I don't remember what this guy draws, but it's probably nowhere near 128 because that is going up. So I do wonder how many of these I can build. Either way, that's a thing. You can craft these guys, so that's kind of cool. I don't think I'll actually be using them. I just like the idea of having a central power generation over in the main power generation building, Department to Water and Power, and having that route to my base so it actually looks more like a city by having cables, because it's a city.
Alrighty, so it has been, well, it's been quite a while. I haven't been able to record. I was out of town for a few days, and then I got sick, and I'm getting over that. So if I sound a little different now, it's because, yeah, still sore throat and all that. But I was able to get a little bit done. So over here, I have started to build a greenhouse. So my plan over here is, like I said, I've got my farming district to-do list here. I've got cactuses going here. I've built kind of a little shed thing. I'm not happy with this. I still want to redo some stuff on there. I also want to redo some stuff in here as well. I don't really know what I want to do, but this is the general layout for this. I do want these beams along the top here. But yeah, so this is my greenhouse. And my plan is on each of these are each going to be a garden cloche thing. So I'll be able to have 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to have them facing toward the middle here. So I'll have a lever here. Well, I'll have logic to control it. Logic there, a chest kind of... Do I have a chest on me? I think I have them in my redstone bag here. A couple chests. So, like that. There'll be redstone down here to power them all. I'll need to run power and water in here. But for the most part, it's basically just going to be producing resources going into chests, which is then going to be sent back to base. That's the plan. And I've got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4... I've got 30, I think, if I counted this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 36 total? Yeah, 36 total. But I might have to clear out some space to be able to get water and piping and everything going through here. So I've got that many different things, as well as that does make it have 12 different potential types if they're all controlled individually, or if it's controlled in a little cell here. So I'll have, you know, like I said, redstone going in, which will turn off all 3 of them. So I do want them to be the same thing, I think. And I might have a couple separate ones, like this one I might have set for, say, blueberries and strawberries and cherries or whatever. So I'll kind of play around with how I want those actually laid out, but for the most part, infrastructure is going to be the same. 3 of the cloches, and then power is going to loop up to here, which is going to have a line of cabling going across there. And that's the plan. So, lovely little greenhouse. I ran out of glass, so still patching it up, but that is the plan. Alrighty, so I've got a couple sets here. So 1, 2, 3. So that will have the redstone should go into the middle here, I believe. It has a little port here to go into the chest. And we need power. So let's grab a bunch of these connectors. Pop up here. We want one on there, and right there. Now, the cables can only connect once to a connector, so I can't, or I guess I can, maybe twice? Once, yeah. So basically, I can't connect those individually to each other, but I can connect them all to a relay. So let's grab our cable, or coil rather. U to U, U to U, U to U. So that is one of them, and then similarly, basically the whole thing's going to be set up like this. You go there, oak chest in the middle. I think oak chest will work fine for now. I'll probably just have some sort of inventory mover system that'll be transferring them to a main, probably ender chest, I think, is what I'll be doing for this. So that is a thing that I'll need to set up as well, which is going to require a whole bunch of blaze powder, blaze rods, and all that fun stuff. So let's hook these together. U to U, 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 and U. And you guys can connect. Alright, so that is kind of how it's going to look when this is all set up. I'm going to have lots of these in here. In fact, I might have a row down the middle as well, depending on how many I need. I need water. Alrighty, so there's a couple ways I can hook this up. The way I have it right now, it's looping the wire into the sides and the back on this. And I'm not sure if that's how I want to do it, because when I placed fluid pipe here, it connected to all 3 of them at once. Now the problem with that is I won't be able to use then power in here. So I'm going to have to figure out if that is what I want or not. But for now, let's take you and turn you on. So that should fill up all these. Alright, so those are all getting filled. So that works for filling that. Now the question is this right here going to actually connect power? Because if I look at the Tinker's lens, that's kind of cool, you can see that it takes items and fluid here, and this side doesn't say anything. So I need to figure out, in fact maybe I can just use redstone dust to see if that will show me. If I take redstone, so it doesn't want to lead into that. If I take redstone and place it here, it doesn't connect. What about you? Okay, so none of these will actually draw like a line into something. For instance, if I place it here, it goes into the extractor because it's actually something that will take redstone. So I was hoping that would show me on here, but apparently not. So let me play around with this and figure out how, if this is what I want, or if I want just a single line in the middle here. Alright, so I took just one out here on its own so I could check to see if any of the sides would take it. None of them are, which I think is probably okay. So we'll just break that and take you back as well. And let's just place him back in here. So I think I'm going to go with my original plan, which is power, or rather the signal is going to go in the middle here. I think that'll work. So I've cleared out a 3 high area underneath here. So this is just the same footprint as this. I just went to all the walls and dug it out. Now my plan is I need to have some sort of redstone control. And I think how I'm going to do that is, let's just place a little platform here so we have something to build on, because I think I don't need to be this high, or this low. We're going to use dirt as a stand-in for our crystal cube, just because I don't have any on me. We have a comparator coming out of that, as well as a bookshelf right here. So this is kind of my standard. Everything I've been using has a corporeal crystal cube with the comparator, which is then judging against how full the bookshelf is. And from there, I think I really just need, if you're emitting a signal, then this will have redstone on. And I think I can basically get away with just doing a slab right here. And is that going to be high enough? So let's get our redstone dust actually. Let's go grab that. Thank you. Let's jump up top so we can see a little bit better what we're doing up here. Now, I think if I have redstone on this slab, I think that's only going to be powering this garden cloche. Yeah, so that's not going to work. Instead, what I need is I need you to be... I guess I need you to be right here. Right here. Thank you. So you go there. So if we raise this up by 1, let's take you, break you to you. So that should work. So let's figure out our wiring then from down below. If we get rid of you, bump you back 1, that should work maybe. Break you guys because you are extra. Okay, so redstone dust is right here. That goes up to that one, goes up to there. So if I can power this redstone, then I'm set. And how do I want to do that? I can't build on this level because then my bookshelf, if I have a bookshelf right here, that is going to power this block above it, which might power the garden cloche up there. Although that might not. We can try that. So let's place some blocks here. Place our comparator back in right there. Sorry, it's a little cramped quarters here. But I think that would work. Now the question is, do I want it to be back there where it's hard to access, or do I want it more out in the middle here? I kind of think I might do it out in the middle more, so let's actually break all of this. Okay, I think I like this better. Instead of it coming from this side, it's going to be coming from the middle. And I think it'll be a little tight. Actually, I think it'll be a 3 wide walkway, so that's fine. So basically, instead, it's just going to be facing this direction, going up into this slab, up to the top. And that is all wired up. And then the crystal cube will just go on this block, so let's use a dirt as stand-in for that. You can break these guys, because they are not needed anymore, just to clean up everything. Place you, thank you. We do need a block here temporarily for our bookshelf. And if we do that, it'll be powering right here, but that doesn't matter, so that's set. Okay, so this way I can just walk along and it'll all be visible here. I won't have to like dig in the back to be able to access everything. So it's just going to be a line of these along the bottom here. I think that'll work. Just realized that's not going to work. Because if we look here, it's only going into there. It's not connecting to the sides. We might be able to fix that with redstone paste, because then I can force it to go into the sides, but then I don't know if it's going to connect the same way up this little staircase. So that's not exactly ideal. I wonder if I can fix that without having to adjust the whole system. Okay, let's set up a simple test. First off, we're going to break you, and we're going to place our capacitor in here. And I think that's kind of a permanent spot for it. I think that's where I want it. Let's grab our wrench and toggle that around. And that needs engineer's hammer. Okay. So you need to be output on this side. Orange is output. So let's throw you back in there because I don't need you anymore. And I have my connectors. There's the connector right there. And hopefully that should reach right there. Okay, so these guys all have power. Yes, should have power. Okay, yeah, power is charging up there. It apparently only updates when you open it. Okay, whatever, that works. So we've got dirt in there. I think I've got seeds. I've got seeds in here. So we're just going to start this working on just regular wheat for now, just because I want to be able to see it working. So if we break the redstone, cool, everything's working just fine. Let's put our seeds away because I don't have much inventory space. And let's check to see if I use a redstone torch in the middle, if that'll turn off. That did not work at all. There you go. Okay, so if I place redstone torch here, do you turn off? Yes. And that turns off all of them. Okay. So if I can power this torch from below, it'll turn everything off. That should work. Okay, that was actually really easy. And all I needed to do is, instead of having the ladder going back and forth, just a regular torch ladder. So right now, this is not turned on because my 0 is less than my whatever 0, so it's still putting out 0. So this torch is on because this is not turned on. So this one's on, which is turning that one off, which is turning the machines on. Off, on, off. So these are on. Yes, because that makes sense. Anyway, that works, and it's actually really easy, and everything down below here is going to be fairly clean. I like it. Alrighty, and I stuck my 128 little adapter thingy on there, so it's at 29,000, 30,000. So if I break you, are we still going up? We are. Okay, so 3 is still less than what that thing will provide, so that is good. So for now, turn you off again. Awesome. Now let's just build 30 more of them. I have to say, I'm pretty happy with how simple this is to make. I did throw on the back here a bunch of levers, and I think what I'm going to do is hook this up to a master switch, which will just shut off the entire farm all at once. But I mean, honestly, it's pretty easy to replicate, just placing this over and over and over. And let's go up top and replace all these dusts with a redstone torch. So you go there, break you, and break you. So as far as the redstone is concerned, this is done, except for the corporea, of course. But that's it. Done. Voila. Let's build more on this side. I think I have enough comparators. In fact, as I was placing this, I realized I don't even need the redstone dust. This redstone dust here, not necessary. I can just have it straight from the comparator. So that's what I'm going to do over here, and I'm also going to fix the other side as well. I think I ran out of bookshelves, though. So that's a little annoying. But whatever. We've got enough for this, so let's finish up. Now there is, of course, still the question of what do I want to grow? And the answer is, I have no clue. One thing is chorus fruit. That can grow in there, so definitely going to do some of that. Sugar cane, going to grow that in there as well. Pumpkins, melons. I think I'm going to do these with a regular, like a block update detector type one, just the vanilla with a piston popping it off. I think I'm going to do that for those two. Cotton. Cotton's actually probably one I do want to grow, because that will get me string, which will get me carpet, or wool, whatever. Definitely immersive engineering, industrial hemp. That's going to be a thing I want. Some of these things here, the rustic plants here, also maybe tobacco from thalamic bases, not sure. This stuff here, I'll probably grow this because that is necessary for some rustic brewing. Chamomile, aloe vera, cohosh, as well as some regular Pam stuff. I need to figure out what all I want. Cocoa beans. I should check to see if those can grow in there. I think they can. But for now, I'm not going to figure that out. So one thing I had not considered, and I should probably test this, is I don't know if the LV wire can actually take this power. It might be too much power going through it, so we're going to have to check that. But first we have to place all these in. Alrighty, everything is hooked up for electricity. I don't have water flowing into here yet. One thing is for sure is the little 128 thingy on here is not enough to charge all of them at once, which is kind of what I assumed. But I do want to find out once this is fully charged, which these say that they are. That's showing 0. That's showing 1600. GUI's showing 0. So these are all showing full, at least with Wayla there. So maybe it just needs updated or something? Maybe if I throw something in here it'll... No? Okay. Well, either way, this looks like it's going to be charging up for a little bit. That is going back up. Okay. So in theory, everything is charged. I think. Yeah. Regardless though, I think we were running a little low on time here. So we're going to call this for an episode. Got quite a lot done. We got our... that's somewhat decorated over there. That's working. We've got the garden cloches all set up here. I still need to figure out what I want to put in them, but for now I've got quite a lot of options, so we'll have to figure that out as we go. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.